Welcome to InfoHub. In our headlines, our region needs to be a zone of peace, PM tells CANSEC conference. On the third day of budget debates, Minister Broom sweeps up untruths and Minister Lawrence defends a people-centered health budget. Regions are set to benefit from increased allocation in 2018. Green State Development Strategy Awareness Workshop targets local government officials, and GPL reaching targets whilst giving back to customers. Stay tuned for the details of these and more.
As Guyanese citizens who live in Guyana, we have duties to perform for the benefit of our families, communities, and ourselves. Some of those duties are legal, like obeying the laws of Guyana, and others are voluntary, like keeping our surroundings clean or voting.
One legal duty that citizens have which contributes to the national budget is paying your taxes. But you can be of greater help to your country and government agencies by paying attention to how public services are being delivered and asking questions if you have any concerns. The budget is everyone's business. Get involved now.
A message from the Ministry of Finance.
And now for the details. Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu has signaled the need for Guyana and the rest of the region to be a zone of peace, free from the scourges of money laundering, piracy, and other illicit and illegal activities. Alexis Rodney has the details.
Addressing the opening of the 16th Annual Caribbean Nations Security Conference, CANSEC, being held for the first time in Guyana at the Marriott International Hotel, the Prime Minister told the delegations that the region must be clean and secure.
So we need your cooperation to continue to make our region a zone of peace, a zone that is free from the scourges of money laundering, shouldn't be seen as a haven for dirty money, the scourge of piracy, the scourge of terrorism. We want to keep our region clean, and we want to keep our region secure.
Speaking to the developments in Guyana, the Prime Minister said much has been achieved because of networking. As leader of government's business in the National Assembly, he said government is no stranger to cries that the economy is slowing down.
I would rather say in the National Assembly that we are slower, but better. We have made the resolve upon assuming office that we would have smashed the system where government was compromised by the drug lords, where they participated actively in national security, where the judiciary, the magistracy, the security forces themselves were on the threshold of being compromised.
The two-day regional conference being held under the theme Unifying Regional Action to Counter Trans-Regional and Transnational Threat Networks will see defense and public security leaders from more than 20 nations examining threats to the region's stability, share information about operations and strategies, and define avenues for better collaboration to strengthen security in the Caribbean. Alexis Rodney for InfoHub.
During the third day of budget debates, Minister within the Ministry of Natural Resources, Simone Brooms, outlined how government's measures have benefited women and mining. Tiffany Rogers brings us that report.
Minister Broom said this administration has a transformative vision for the mining industry.
This government is looking to have a sector that will be transparent, that will have accountability, a sector that will have a level playing field, a sector that looks at gender, a sector that will fight free of human trafficking.
The minister said the government will work with industry stakeholders in 2018 to develop a policy to guide the extractive sector. Minister Brooms noted this includes strengthening the capacity of the Guyana Georgian Mines Commission.
Again, money is in the budget to look at occupational health and safety. And the output from that, Mr. Speaker, is that the government is looking for at least 80% compliance with tail end pond, 65% of mercury, because we have to deal with our environment. And this government, we will not shut down mining. We will work with miners to work and strive for a green mining industry.
Minister Brooms lauded the government for recognizing women miners in the industry and noted there are plans for increased training of all miners in safer mining practices in 2018. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
Delicia Haynes tells us that Minister Valdo Lawrence has defended the $33.3 billion allocated to the public health sector.
Members of the opposition have hurled numerous harsh criticisms regarding the management and administration of the public health sector. However, Minister Lawrence submitted government's continued commitment towards achieving a good life for all Guyanese.
The APNU-AFC coalition government is intent on continuing the development of a comprehensive plan of action for the health sector that will encompass a participatory approach and in so doing transform the life of all the citizens.
In her 2018 budget presentation, the public health minister highlighted successes in the sector, more specifically in the areas of infrastructure, disease control, and work systems and administration.
The ministry has had its challenges, but has kept the momentum and focus on goal number 3 of the Sustainable Development Goals, which seeks to ensure the health and well-being for all at all ages.
Detailing the 2018 public health budget, Minister Lawrence said that countrywide infrastructural development can be expected, granting each citizen equal access to quality, much-needed health care. For InfoHub, Delicia Haynes.
And in her last parliamentary report, Renetta Lafleur tells us that capital allocations for the administrative regions will see an increase of some 8% in 2018.
The proposed recurrent allocations stand at approximately $33.8 billion, an increase of more than $2 billion. And I would wager, sir, that these proposed sums would be approved by this Honorable House.
Minister Bulkan noted that Region 6 will benefit from the highest increase, while Region 8 will receive the smallest allocation. He added that hinterland regions will also benefit from this increase.
With the highest allocation of $554 million approximately going to the East Berbice Quarantine region, and the lowest to the Pataro-Siparuni region of approximately $226 million. Mr. Speaker, all of the hinterland regions have enjoyed 10% or more increases in their 2018 allocations.
The increased allocation is expected to realize more delivery of government services to the residents residing in the regions. The Minister of Communities also highlighted that it will further the vision of decentralized governance, allowing persons to manage their own affairs at regional, municipal, and local level.
Budget 2018 makes substantial provisions to advance our work towards empowering and equipping local democratic organs to be effective and meaningful partners in our development thrust.
Renetta Lafleur, InfoHub.
A green seminar held at the Grand Coastal Hotel, Le Reservoir, today seeks to accelerate the government's green agenda in the regions. Tiffany Rogers joins us again.
The government and United Nations partnered to host a one-day awareness on the Green State Development Strategy. Regional Chairperson of Region 4, Genevieve Allen, explained that the forum targets a wide cross-section of local government officials in order to promote leadership and ownership of the GSDS. Allen urged the participants to mirror the recommendations of the awareness workshop and use it in their respective communities to propel the government's agenda, noting that their involvement plays a significant role in the development of the strategy.
We will hope that you will not allow the conversation to conclude within these walls, but that you will take this conversation to all the corners of Guyana, that you will engage all the stakeholders, constituencies at all levels within your community, so that coming out of these deliberations, we can have contributions for inclusion in the GSDS.
Meanwhile, the Director of Department of Environment, Ndebe Schwartz, said the focus of the Green State Development Strategy creates a different pathway for the country regarding its soon-to-be oil production status, as opposed to other countries that did not implement policies to safeguard their environments.
We have the benefit, or we have the gift of hindsight. We are in a very fortunate position, as we can now learn from those societies. We can do what they did not do. The Green State Development Strategy is intended to bring together all of our sector policies and all of our various sector strategies.
The aim of the Green State Development Strategy is to guide the country's economic and socio-cultural development by diversifying the economy and reducing dependence on traditional sectors while creating new sustainable income and investment opportunities. This strategy also aims to achieve the goals set out in the Sustainable Development Goals 2030 agenda to attain the establishment of a green economy ensured by the government. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
IDB country economist Dr. Mark Wenner says Guyana is well poised to use sustainable tourism for its development since it takes into account the current economic, social and environmental aspects whilst addressing the needs of visitors and host communities. Here's that report.
At a recent event hosted by the Guyana Tourism Authority, Dr. Wenner said sustainable tourism will require much more effort and resources, but the reward will be great. He highlighted features that will allow Guyana to attract sustainable tourism destination.
Given these natural riches, plus a largely agrarian base of the economy and a rich diversity of ethnic and racial groups, Guyana is well suited to attract those persons interested in nature-based, adventure, rural, and ethnographic tourism. It can attract those who want to observe and photograph wildlife, who want to hike, fish, camp, kayak, canoe, boat, dive, mountain climb.
Weber said compared to the rest of the Caribbean, Guyana is blessed with much more land-based diversity and a wider range of possible outdoor activities. He commended the various entities who have already embarked on a sustainable development pathway.
There's tourism stakeholders in this room have begun this journey of building a sustainable tourism sector over the last 20 or more years. And this movement is in keeping, coincidentally, with the current green development strategy of the government. The journey will be long, it will be arduous, but with vision, with faith, with commitment, with cooperation, much can be achieved.
Generally, Guyana has seen an increase in tourist arrivals in recent times, mostly from the Caribbean, Canada, and the United States. However, recently visitors from Europe and Latin America has shown significant improvement compared to previous years.
And in our final report, amidst numerous challenges, the Guyana Power and Light has been giving back to its customers and reaching targets. Here is Renetta again.
The company's financial position is largely premised on the benefits accrued from the lower fuel prices which occurred in 2014 and 2015. Acting Chief Executive Officer GPL Renford Homer said with this decrease, GPL has been able to spend $4 billion annually on its customers.
We introduced not only a 5% reduction across all the tariffs, but we also introduced, we increased our fuel rebate by an additional 5%, bringing the overall net effect of savings to customers of approximately 20%.
In addition, the utility company has also repaid $1 billion to the government towards its debts. Meanwhile, the power company has been able to intensify efforts towards providing citizens with satisfactory and quality electricity distribution during the holiday season.
We have available capacity of approximately 130 megawatts, and we're looking at a peak demand that should not go beyond 117 megawatts, which gives us, a reserve capacity of approximately 13 megawatts, and that pretty much is what I would want to call a conservative number. In other words, we can have capacity, reserve capacity that's greater than that.
The power company's revenues are about $28 to $29 billion annually. Renetta LaFleur for InfoHub.
That's InfoHub for today, but before we go, we encourage you to pick up a copy of our budget bulletin from a newsstand near you, or read a digital copy on our website, where you can also follow us for more news there and on social media. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.